So we're going to quickly show how to fit a chisel in the small breakers. The smaller breakers use this is what they call the tool pin, which holds the chisel in place, and it has a indent here. This holds the chisel in place, and then to hold this tool pin in place is a split pin. And sometimes we use two of them if that split pin decides to walk its way out. We have found that if we fit two of these through this hole here, we'll pull that rubber out, they sit in there nice and tight and don't walk out. First step is we slide this chisel in, and we want that slot there to line up with this hole here. Bit dark in there, but if it's offset the pin won't go in, so you just twist the chisel till that falls in. But we're actually going to fit this with the breaker on its side. It's a lot easier to line up, otherwise it can fall too far through, and then when we're trying to get our split pin through the side here to come into this groove, it can be niggly to line up. So it's better to roll it to the right hand side, roll the breaker that way. It gives us easy access to getting this pin in here. As a quick note, I recommend removing this grease plug and throw it away or put it in the toolbox, because when that grease plug is in there you cannot see the grease nipple, so you don't know if your grease gun's on it or not. You pull that plug out and that looks at the operator all day, and he's meant to grease that every 2 hours. Every 2 hours. So we've rolled the breaker over to the right. Gives us access to this hole here. This is where the split pin will go in, and we've got to have that in with the punch in the toolbox. And we're going to remove that plug there so we can look through, see what's going on. So we've slid the chisel in. We've removed this plug. The other plug was already out from factory. And if we twist that chisel, you can see how it'll close up that hole if it's not laying nice and flat. That'll allow us to get our tool pin through. Here's our tool pin. And we want it to come this way so that we're going to put it through. So this little notch here lines up nicely with the hole where we put our split pin. So the split pin goes in with a punch through that notch there, and that stops the tool pin from walking. And then if we want to put our second split pin in, we'll knock this one in, and then we get our second one, roll the breaker over on the other side, and put this one in from this side. All makes sense, it's just alignment. So we've slid the tool pin in, and you can see how that notch is not lined up. So I'm just going to tap it through a little bit. Watch this. There we go. There's the notch. We're now ready to hammer in the split pin. If we push that too far, see how it closes up again? So we'll just knock it back a bit. There we go. Drop your split pin in here. Hammer that in, then get the punch and push that in till it's nice and flush on that inside edge, and then roll the breaker over and put the other split pin in from the other side, and that is good to go.